Angela.
I'm Leah.
And we out here.
Hey y'all, we are here at Universal Studios Japan, specifically focusing on the Super Nintendo world. This was one of the main reasons we decided to visit Universal Studios while we were in Japan, because we were so excited to see the Nintendo world. We live in Orlando where theme parks are really popular, and we have Universal here, but we do not have a Super Nintendo world. So our Mario World is not going to open until maybe 2026, I believe, and that is going to be with Universal Epic when that theme park opens. So until then, we were able to come and experience it in Japan. So first things first, if you want to visit this area, you do have to get a timed entry, and you get that by downloading the Universal Studios app to your phone. When you get that app on your phone, you can click the time that you would like to enter. Now you enter the area at that timed scheduling spot, and there are people who are in front of the area to check that to make sure you're entering at the right time. Good thing is that you do not have to schedule your time to leave, so you can spend as much or as little time in here as you would like. We spent a few hours in here, so you can expect to spend about the same amount of time, maybe a little bit more or less, depending on how many rides you would like to ride. We did two. We did the Yoshi ride, and we also did the King Koopa racing kart ride, which we'll go over later. These wristbands are sold throughout the attraction for about 30 to 35 US dollars, and you need them to kind of collect coins throughout Super Mario World. They're kind of cool. I'll show you in the next clip how they're used.
Doing it. That's pretty cool.
Hey y'all, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. When you subscribe to our channel, you do get consistent content from us. We post videos every single Friday at noon Eastern. So when you subscribe to our channel, you get all the good content. We also post shorts up to 3 times a week. So you'll get that as well from us. And we are here to give you what you want. So let us know in the comments, what would you like to see from us while we're in Japan, or if you would like to see us travel somewhere else. Also, let us know, have you been to any Universal Studios theme parks? If so, which rides were your favorite, or which attractions were your favorite? So here in Mario World in Japan, you can see here, as I already let you know, it is very popular. As you can see, it's pretty crowded. So do bring your patience. Also, we went during rainy season, so if that is you, make sure you bring your umbrella. That will be very, very helpful. Now, while we are in Mario World, we did 2 rides. We did Koopa's Challenge, which is kind of like a race car riding thing, kind of like Mario Kart, Super Mario Karts. So the good thing is that all of the waiting is inside. The ride is inside this huge castle. So unlike most rides where the lines are really long, but all of the wait is outside, your entire wait for this ride is inside. That was great because it was rainy. And this would also be good on an extremely hot day as well. So this ride is appropriate for families, adults, children. I think that everyone will be entertained, and it is also appropriate for all age groups. So we're headed in now. As you can see, some people were getting tired, kind of left the line, or other people are waiting off to the side. Now we were in this line for a good hour or more. I want to say it was like close to an hour and a half. So again, bring your patience. Now, there is a lot to see to entertain you while you wait. We decided to use the time to take pictures and kind of enjoy the scenery and kind of get to take a little break. We would lean on the wall or have a little seat or something. So it wasn't too bad again because this is an air conditioned wait. I can't complain about that. When you go to Universal, most likely your wait will be a long time. Now, similar to the Universal in Orlando, they do have like the passes where you can skip the lines, but they were sold out by the time we went to go buy them. And we tried to purchase ours maybe a month in advance, and they were still sold out for the day. So if you decide to get the pass, make sure you buy it in advance. Give yourself enough time that they don't sell out. Now, one reason I believe that it did sell out is Universal Japan as compared to Universal Orlando is extremely inexpensive. So Universal Orlando, I want to say the tickets as of today are about $150, right? In Japan, these tickets cost about $59. So huge difference. Even the food inside was much more affordable. The souvenirs, everything was much more affordable than the prices that are in Universal Orlando. So that is a plus, even though it is extremely crowded. I believe that this park was much more crowded than the one in Orlando, but that's not to say that the one in Orlando isn't crowded, because it is. Now, we're getting closer. Every time, if you've gone to these big theme parks, you know that when you feel like you're close, you're really not that close to the ride yet, but it just feels like you're getting closer. So that's a good thing. As we got closer, there were different types of things. So here's this bomb making, which was pretty cool to watch. They had different videos and sounds and music playing that kept us entertained for the most part. So as we gear up to get ready to go, they do give you these visors that have that you'll see it here. The black thing that is going across our forehead is kind of like a magnet, and then once you sit on the ride, you will attach your glasses. They like stick immediately, and so then you have your visor and your goggles, and you're ready to get to ride. And so this here is a room, and they're kind of giving us instructions and getting us prepared to go. We go into the next room, we're going to get in line, and then we can kind of start to hear the amusement park ride. We're still not extremely close, but we're getting closer. They're going to have us go down some steps, and then we'll be able to see the ride, and we'll be able to get it going. Now, once you're on there, it is a race, and the goal is to lead the pack. I don't believe I placed anywhere close to the front. I don't really remember the scores, but I don't remember seeing our position up there. So, but it was just all in fun. And they do have like the people who had the highest score for the day. That was pretty cool as well. So while you're doing it, you're kind of like shooting at things, not like a gun, but like you're trying to, similar to the Mario racing card game. Okay. This was my favorite ride in the Super Mario World area. Because of the nature of the ride, I couldn't film while we were on it, but it was pretty fun, and I say try it out if you head to this park. After finishing up with the Mario Kart ride, we decided to head it over to Yoshi's Adventure. Now, this ride, similar to the Koopa's Challenge Mario Kart ride, although the entire wait is inside and it's air conditioned, so that was pretty good. There was a long wait. I want to say it was about the same time, if not just a little bit shorter than the other ride. So an hour 25 minutes, hour 20 minutes, something along that line. It was still a fairly long line. Now, you can probably tell already that this ride is much more kid and family friendly. So, I think that people who are headed to the park with children, or people who are not, who are entertained by childlike stuff would like this ride. This was not one of my favorite rides. It was cute to sit on, and go along with the ride. I wouldn't say it was my favorite ride at the park or in Mario World though. Okay. Maybe it would have been different if we had small children with us. But either way, you are sitting inside of a Yoshi, and you're kind of going through and you're looking for eggs, right? And so when you get in this car, there are these three buttons, and the three buttons are egg shape, and they're different colors. So I think there was like a red button, a green one, and a blue one or something like that, or maybe a yellow one. And then when you see those eggs, you're supposed to click the button that goes along with it. Now, I do like that it had a beautiful view of the Mario World, though. So as you're riding through, you can see the entire Mario World area, which I thought was really cool and really pretty. The ride is pretty slow, so we were able to film while we were riding, unlike the other ride. As you can see here, all of the cars are pretty in the same amount. Okay, so here are the eggs I was telling you about. And then as you see the eggs, you're supposed to press it, and then you'll hear a sound as if you like, yeah, you got it, and you found it. So it is a manageable ride and engagement for someone that is young. So there was a green egg, so you're expected to press the green egg to let the, ride know that you saw it and that you've collected that egg or that you've seen that egg on the ride. I forgot to mention earlier that you should also try to enter the park as early as possible. The reason I say that is because if you want to get into this area, as I said before, you need a timed entry, but the timed entries do run out. So by the time we got to the park pretty early, I want to say like within the first 30 minutes of it opening, if not before that. Actually, so the park, it said online that it opened at one time, and then we got there at that time and they were already opened. So like we got there before the time and they were already open. So they probably most likely open a little bit earlier than what is posted. And by the time we entered the park for our timed entry, there were only, I think, two entry times available, which were afternoon. I think we had like 2 p.m. or something like that. So if you want to enter this area of the park, make sure and if you're able to reserve it ahead of time, your entry time, try to do that as well. But we didn't know how to do the reservation until we got here, and that's when they told us we needed to download the app. So if you have the option of doing it ahead of time, do it ahead of time. Because they run out and you don't want to come out here and not be able to experience some of the most popular areas of the park, which require a specific entry. Okay. Where are some of the attractions, some areas of this attraction that we missed? So there was a cafe here that we did not get any food at. So that might be a nice area to grab some food if you're here. We decided to step out of the attraction to grab some lunch. So we missed that. And then also the power up band key challenge that I showed you all earlier. So where you purchase the bands and you try to collect the coins. We did not participate in that, so I can't tell you if it's worth it or not. I really just didn't want to buy a band for one day, meaning I don't know that we'll be back in Japan anytime soon in order. So it was just a waste of $30 in my opinion, but other people might think otherwise. Of course, they had these cool characters walking around. To me, Princess P was a little animated like anime, but other than that, it was a really good experience. Go check it out and like this video.
Check us out next week
when we out here
in these streets. Peace.